Laila Ali just showed us how she makes her chicken enchilada tacos in a slow cooker. Gail is putting the fork in the mouth right now. They are so delicious. We are still enjoying this perfect weeknight meal. And we were just saying, first of all, it doesn't taste like chicken breast at all. It's so juicy and rich. And that zucchini puree is blowing our minds over here. Star. Yeah. 5 stars. 5 star, 5. All of these stars. She is a mom, author, and of course runs her own lifestyle brand. And we are so happy to be dishing with you, eating your delicious food, and getting to chat about all the fun things going on in your life right now. Laila, your Instagram is blowing up. You did recently post this picture, this before and after, side by side, of your wellness journey. It has gotten more than 20,000 likes. And I would love to hear about this transformation, what you were doing, because you also are so joyful. It's just something that I feel we really connect on. Taking good care of yourself should be fun. It should be delicious. So tell us how you manifested this glorious glow up.
Absolutely. I'm so happy you're loving the food. And you know what? It is a journey. You know, health and wellness is something that's never going to just stay the same. It changes as you change, as you get older. So, you know, I first became fit when I started boxing. I had this idea to become an athlete, which I never had before, was never an athlete. And then all of a sudden I transformed, right? And then, of course, got a little older, retired from boxing, had children, and then my body changed again. And then, you know, I just worked out and figured out how I needed to eat, because I'm a tall woman. I'm 5'11". I weigh 205 pounds right now today. There should have been a third picture on there, because that one, when I was holding my daughter, I've changed again since then.
Right.
But, you know, I'm always on the journey to be the best version of me and not to compare myself to anybody else. And I think that's the most important thing.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And Laila, of course, it's February, it's Black History Month. And so we're so happy to have you here at this particular time, because you are an inspiration to so many in so many different ways. But tell us, I know you had to learn so much from your dad, because, I mean, Muhammad Ali was everything and an inspiration to so many people. What is the biggest lesson that you learned from him?
Wow, seeing those pictures bring back so many memories. You know, my father really taught us by example, you know, being able to be behind the scenes and watch him interact with others, how he represented himself in the world, really blew me away. You know, I remember my father taking us to the local diner, you know, taking us to go eat in his Rolls Royce, driving down the street and pulling aside and handing out cash to homeless people, or taking the time to smile at the janitor or the bus driver. And he'd literally say to us when we get back in the car, you know why I take time for those people? Because they think nobody's paying attention to them, or sometimes they think they don't matter because they don't make a lot of money. And I know that really just made their day for me to actually look them in the eye. So to know that he was very, you know, purposeful in the things that he did, and he never thought he was better than anyone else, even though he was a global icon and loved all around the world.
Wow, that's beautiful. People may be surprised, actually, to know that despite being a child of a celebrity, not only did he set this kind of example, but you worked odd jobs, even slinging burgers since you were 12 years old. And you saved up enough money to buy yourself a used car when you were a teen.
Oh, yes, honey. That first car, if you want to even call it that, it was such... Oh my God, it was $400. I bought this car out of recycling.
I was going to say, how much did it cost?
Nice. I mean, that's a lot of money to save.
Amazing.
Yes, and it was like this brown, raggedy color. It used to break down every.
But it was freedom,
week.
right?
You know,
it
was mine. Yes, it was mine, and I was proud. I was proud of that car, absolutely. So I started working at a really young age. Yep.
Okay, so when you see all the crazy wealth these days of celebrities and the kids living large, like even having Hermes bags when they're toddlers, what do you think about that? I mean, it must be very different than how you were raised.
You know, to each their own, but that's not something I would ever want to do, is expose my kids, first of all, to things that really, to me, don't have any value. You know, there's so many people starving around the world, and, you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy good things, but I don't think that kids need to have something that they may not be able to afford when they get older. I think we should work for those things. And I try to teach my kids good values and character, and that they need to earn their money. And then, of course, you can go get the things that you want. But yeah, we don't put name brands and material things on a pedestal in my household.
Yeah, you're going to be buying your own car, Kitty. Let them know that from now. Mama's not buying anything for you. You got to earn it.
So Curtis is 13, Sydney is 10, your children. What is, look at them.
So cute.
What's it like getting dinner on the table at your house?
You know, I cook pretty much 5 days a week, and I make a big mess, I'm going to say. I remember when I even competed on some cooking shows and won, but I'm telling you, the mess that I made, that has like never been something that's easy for me. Like, I make a big mess when I cook. I only clean. We're in my studio kitchen downstairs in my basement. I have my upstairs kitchen upstairs. That's why this one.
Nice.
I was going to say, it's pristine in there right now.
Well, we know you might be a bit messy in the kitchen, but you certainly love to have fun. We found a video of you dancing in the kitchen.
Here she goes.
Oh, that's like the kitchen catwalk. Hello.
Yeah.
Work
Hey,
it,
you gotta
work
have
it.
fun. You gotta have fun while you're cooking. I'm also promoting those spice blends. But
Oh,
yeah,
my
I
God.
like to put
Yeah,
on-
you know that got some
Yep,
views.
and you know all the mess and all the chopping and everything was on the other side out of the camera angle. That's the
DJ.
way
So
that I
good.
do it.
All right, we like that, Laila. All right, so she's sticking around, so come back with us. Laila's gonna be here to pick the very best slow cooker tip as our slow cooker spectacular continues. Today is our big slow cooker spectacular. Laila Ali is in her home kitchen and she's here to judge which slow cooker tip from our home cooks she will find most life-changing. All right, so Laila, pay careful attention because we got some good ones, okay?
All right.
All right. Okay, so now Danielle, you are first, my dear. What is in your slow cooker and what is your tip?
In my slow cooker is a sweet and tangy pot roast with a little bit of a kick of sriracha.
No, leave that lid off. We want to
Okay.
see that.
And then my tip, I actually have two. So we're using the slow cooker to take time for ourselves and let it cook itself. So why not use a slow cooker liner so that you don't have to clean the pot? But the real tip is searing the meat on each side for about 1.5 minutes to keep those juices in.
Oh, that is an expert move. I love that you seared it because not only it gives it that flavor, but you've definitely made it look appealing and it's going to taste even better. All right. Nice move, Danielle. All right, so Daphne, what you got going over there?
Well, I'm here with Christine, and we are excited to see what's inside your slow cooker.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Show me.
Effortless.
Gone.
Effortless.
What is it? What have you
I'm
made?
just kidding. Let me show you what I do with my slow cooker.
Interesting.
So what I have in the oven is my slow cooker dish.
Oh.
And a lot of people don't know that you can actually take this dish out of your slow cooker. And what I like to do is place it in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes after the dish is done cooking. And I let it broil. So these are my crispy slow cooker scalloped potatoes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and they are
golden brown.
already loaded with cheese.
Okay,
But
good.
then what you do at the end,
came
after
to
about
win.
4 hours, is you just sprinkle some grated Parmesan on top. Then you put it under the broiler, and then they get nice and crispy and kind of like gooey on top of all that creaminess. So it's like texture on texture.
Delicious and such a smart play to minimize cleanup. You're still only using your one thing, but
Yes.
you're going into a different cooking method, making sure that your insert is enamel though,
Yes.
just so that it's
Yes.
oven safe.
And then you can just serve the dish on your table. Put some trivets down, and you're good to go.
You've thought of it all. The triple threat over
Cutting
here.
corners.
Layla, what do you think of Christine's tip?
I really like that tip, you know, because a lot of times I don't use my slow cooker for certain recipes because of the texture the food has. So that's nice to be able to, you know, use the slow cooker and then throw it in the oven. And I absolutely did not know or think of the fact that you could do that.
Absolutely. All right, delicious and wonderful looking tip. Gail, you have the final tip over here. What's going on before Layla picks her favorite?
All right, LaToya, it's a pleasure to be with you. The pressure is on. Tell me, what's your slow cooker tip?
Okay, so today I made a trial and error chili.
Meaning?
Meaning I have done so many different iterations of this and finally found exactly the right level of like water and seasoning to use. And that goes into my tip. Always use a lot less liquid than you think.
Yes. Liquid management is key to a slow cooker success because your slow cooker cooks with the lid on, the moisture and the liquid inside is not evaporating the regular way that it would if you're cooking on the stove top without the lid on the whole time. So usually when you're making any slow cooker recipe, you need about half the amount of liquid that you would otherwise use on the stove top, and that's huge. Thank you.
Lots of genius tips from our three lovely ladies. Thank you so much. Okay, Layla, you've been ringside for this showdown. It's time to call it. Which slow cooker tip was your favorite?
Oh my God, all three of them were really good. And I'm going to start using my slow cooker more often because you ladies have inspired me. But I have to tell you, I'm going to go with Christine's oven tip because that is something I just did not know. And that texture is such a big deal. And that's the reason why I don't use my slow cooker as much as I probably should or can. So congratulations. But like I said, all of you ladies have some amazing tips. The food looks so good. I can smell it through my computer. And I'm going to send all 3 of you a pack of 6 Laila Ali spice blends. So yeah, look out for those.
Delicious. Enjoy those. Amazing. Laila, thank you for joining us today and for sharing all your wisdom and wonderful, delicious tips and that amazing chicken enchilada recipe. And thank you, ladies, for giving us such good ways to just expand our uses of wonderful slow cookers and all the techniques we can have.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.